getting your man or the person, your specific person, to put some effort into this relationship, lessen your burden, and get him to do the work and put the work in for you to win you. I actually had a situation like this where, and I think a lot of you guys are here because you have a situation where you're dealing with someone who either acts like they don't know how to put in the work, they don't know what to do. And so it kind of puts you in a position where you feel like you have to initiate and hold this relationship together. So what are you supposed to do in a situation like that to get the other person to put in the effort? How do you flip that, make them 180 and come and make the relationship work for you? Anyways, that's what we're going to talk about. So before we get started, make sure that you click the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, and click all so that you know every time that I'm coming out with a new video. All right. Make sure that you're watching all the way until the end because I'm going to tell you what not to do. Okay? So just be patient. So, okay. I did this. It worked. It worked immediately. It worked fast. Everything that I am talking about in my videos now are things that I am doing in my life, and everything that I am teaching in my Manifesting University, like today, we're going live for a masterclass. Everything that I'm talking about in my master classes is what I am doing to get these results. And there's a lot to it, but I'm going to try to sum it up right here for you guys. Specifically in this video, what I did to make a person who was not putting effort start putting a fuck ton of fucking effort and working hard for it. All right. First, I want to say that circumstances don't matter, and you need to know that. And everything that I'm teaching you guys is going to help get that through your head, because you really got to have your head screwed on straight and understand how manifesting works if you're going to use manifesting to change the circumstances of your reality. You got to have a hold on that. So that's always like number one, right? But other than that, here's what you need to do. And again, make sure that you watch till the end because I'm going to tell you what not to do. Okay? Here's what it is. Number one, write this down, and then I'm going to explain it. If you want them to put effort, them to put work, you want to 180 the situation, you want them to come to you, stop trying to fix it. There, I said it. Stop trying to make it work, to make it happen, to create closeness between you. Stop trying to make it work. Now, here's the first thing that I'm going to say about this, because if you don't do this properly, it's also not going to work. So you got to understand exactly how to do this. This cannot be fake. This has to be real. Manipulation is not manifestation. So if you try to take an action in order to get an outcome from a needy, lackful place of, like, you know, having what do I call it? An ulterior motive where you're just trying to get an outcome and you're taking an action like trying to get that outcome, it's not going to work. This actually has to be a real interaction where you energetically, vibrationally lean back and relax. Why? How does this make sense manifestationally wise? Because when you trust and have faith, and when you know, and when you're confident, and when you don't have a needy, lackful vibe, you can take a step back because you don't have to hold shit together because you already trust. You don't have to try very hard because you already know. You don't have to try to create closeness and be needy because you already feel fulfilled. You're already in your end. You're already you already have it essentially on the inside. And so you behave that way. You behave as a byproduct of, oh, I already know this. I already have this. I already believe this. And so what happens when you do this from the right energetic place is automatically they come forward. They fill in the space. They fill in the gap. They put in the effort. They put in the work. And you allow it to happen. Allow, as opposed to resistance, you allow it to happen from a place of faith and trust and knowing, because you know you got it. This can show up and happen for you in many different ways. There can be many reasons in your mind why you're leaning back, why you don't feel like you need to run around and hold everything together, why you don't feel like you need to work very hard to fix everything and put in all the effort by yourself. There can be many reasons that you logic yourself around this, okay? But energetically, it's all the same. That when you're unconcerned about circumstances because you know that one way or another you're going to get what you want, you're worth it, you know your value, and you don't need to try to make something happen, from that energetic place, you're going to attract what you want. When you know that you don't need it, you feel like you have it. So automatically, you're going to get what you want from that place of knowing you don't need it, you have it. And that's actually not contingent on them. When you think, now here's what not to do, and I'm not right. When you think that you getting what you want is contingent on them, you're going to chase them. You're going to try to get them to do what you want. You're going to feel like you need them, and they're going to know that energetically and otherwise. And they're not going to want to do what you want them to do because you're not going to be able to help yourself. You're going to be acting from a needy, lackful vibe. And if you're doing that by law of attraction, you can't have what you want. Okay, so that's what we're not going to do. We're not going to pretend that we feel a way that we don't. So we're not going to pretend, oh yeah, I'm relaxed and I'm confident and I'm leaning back because I'm pretending that I don't need you. I'm pretending that I don't have a needy vibe when I really do. It's just a front. We're not going to do that. We're going to make a true change. So that's the thing is like, oh, how do I get to this place where, because let's say that you're not there. How do I get to this place where I actually don't feel that way, where I actually have my head on straight and where I actually can take a step back because I feel satisfied and confident and I know that my needs are going to be met and I'm a badass manifester. This takes some effort and some skill to create a true change. It's not something that you can accomplish like, oh, a quick fix. Yes, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Give me one thing so that I can have a quick fix. If you're after a quick fix, it's probably not going to work because it just doesn't, right? You have to create a true change within. So this requires reinforcement. I've been doing this for 15 years. It's a lot of fucking reinforcement. Okay. So when I say reinforcement, I'm not asking you to do anything that I haven't done. But if you look at anybody who's successful in manifesting, they're not wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. They have been dutiful and at it and studying and reinforcing for quite a long time. Like this is important to them. And because manifesting and understanding that is important to them, they tend to be more successful because they're actually dedicated and they're not chasing cookies from a needy, lackful place. You see, so you end up changing your orientation when it comes to manifesting, and suddenly all of these things start coming to you when you do that. All right, so if you like this video, make sure that you click the like button, subscribe, hit that bell button, click all so that you know every time that I'm going live. If you want to understand a bit more on how to come into this energetically, if you want me to tell you my secrets that I have been doing that have been working the best for me in my 15 years, I'm going to talk about that today in my masterclass on ecstatic honesty. Ecstatic honesty is about learning to listen to what the universe is telling you about how to get what you want. It's not that the universe is not telling you what to do. It's that you don't know how to listen. So this masterclass that I'm holding today at 2 p.m. EST, you can also watch the replay if you're watching this later, is gonna help you understand how to listen to what the universe is saying about how to manifest what you want. So that link is going to be in the description below. I love you guys, and I will see you there.